Okay.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm here with artist Austin Palmer Smith, and we currently have an exhibition of his online at venviartgallery.com. Thanks for being here, Austin. We appreciate you. And
It's a pleasure to be here.
the first question that we have for you is, why did you choose to title this exhibit Free Spirit?
Well, I guess the paintings are designed to, or intended to liberate your spirit, or to connect you with your spirit. I think water, in general, has a primordial spiritual connection, no matter which way you look at it, whether it's in a mythological frame of reference or a scientific frame of reference. That connection is powerful. So yeah, I kind of wanted to. It's about channeling the energy within, and using as a source where we come from.
That's beautiful. I really love that. And I agree. So how do you feel about virtual art shows?
I think they're absolutely wonderful. I think we should do them all the time. No more shaking hands or hugging, or none of this stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because now people.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, I think the world has changed, and go with it. Just go with it, always.
Awesome. Yeah, now we get to feature you. You're in New York, and all of our, in-person artworks are really local. So now it's cool that we can feature artists in New York City like yourself, or Connecticut, actually. Connecticut, here, virtually.
Yeah. I do intend to get down there to Florida and work and paint, though. You guys got great water down there,
Yeah, and we do have one of your pieces in person here, right there.
Oh la la! Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, who's the artist? Oh yeah, okay. Sorry.
Okay, and yeah, speaking of location, so how long have you lived in the United States? And I know that you were born in Paris, and so how did living in Paris and California and New York City all influence your artwork?
Well, I think Paris really set the tone. That's I just kind of I think that's where it all started. I was only there for the 12 months, but I'm sure it left an indelible impression, and that's just got to be it. I can't understand. No one really understands why they do what they do, but I think that, I guess I'm joking, but I like that idea anyway. I feel a connection to Paris anyways. California was an amazing experience. Was in Santa Barbara. I had a guru. We had a scene there. Yeah, it was full on California experience, and I got to study under painter Lawrence Skype, and he really set a tone for me. He's a great painter, and kind of that relationship, that bond has meant a lot to me. And then New York City is just a place of mystery, and I got to study under a painter named Don Stacy, who painted in this atelier in the East Village, and yeah, he had nude models, and he was always a little drunk, and he kind of kicked down the keys to the highway. It seems like with the arts, you need a couple keys, to open the doors, and so sometimes you need these kind of mysterious people to give them to you.
Definitely. Well, that's
so. But New York City is always an inspiration. It's just an amazing energy that when it's forever an inspirational place.
Yeah, you were saying that you're always out and about in the streets sketching, right?
Always. And I lived my last apartment. I was living just down the street from the Met, so I would live there. I really considered it like an extended bedroom or whatever, or part of my home anyway. So I would live there and draw there and absorb, and trying my best to you know, have osmosis from the great masterpieces through time, you know.
Awesome.
So
Okay. Well, I guess my next question is, how has your cultural background, education, training, or career impacted your work today?
what was could you repeat that question? Sorry.
Yeah, of course. How has your cultural background or education or training or career impacted your work today?
I'll go with career on that one. I got to paint murals for really interesting clientele, and well, in the process of doing that, I really honed my craft and got to get out there and into the world and watch my art interact with the world. So I would say that's been the biggest contributing factor to where I'm at with my work today.
Cool. And yeah, I know we have a question about that too. So why don't I go ahead and ask it? Who was the most interesting person you've painted a mural for? Do you have any like funny stories about that or anything?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I got to paint a large drawing for Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City, and she said she wanted sexy fucking monkeys, and so I said, "Do you want sexy fucking monkeys or sexy monkeys?" So anyway, we did actually put some monkeys getting it on in there, but we obscured it a little bit and made it a little more PG, you know.
Wow, that's terrific. Which one is
And
she? What's her character? Which one is Kim?
she's Samantha. Samantha.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow. That is so
and
cool.
yeah, the piece is still hanging in her apartment, and she was a delight. She, you know, total artistic freedom and no you know, no backseat driving at all. So yeah.
That's incredible.
One cool experience. Well, actually, you know what? Actually, I'll save that for another time. Sorry.
Okay.
I have another story, but it's a little racy. A little racy.
Okay. Uh, okay. Um, can you describe your artistic process? For example, what inspires a new painting? And do you work on several canvases simultaneously or one intensely until it's complete?
Yeah, I generally go till I can't go anymore, and then I'll start on a new one. But I would say the spirit of what to paint on is a wild spirit, and if you try and control it, it's really bad, you know. And that was the thing about doing commissions and mural work in the end, was that it was just it's a wild thing. It really is intuition, and all you have are your instincts. So you've got to follow your instincts. So purely instinctual thing.
Definitely. So what would you say is the overarching theme, meaning, or ethos of the paintings that you have contributed to this show online? Is there something specifically you hope to convey to the viewers? And why do you want the viewers to feel this way?
Yeah, I part of me wants to dazzle, you know. Part of me does want to create something that dazzles the visual senses, you know. But I guess overall, I don't think really you can put it, you know, it's a visual art form, so you can't really put it into words, right? But you want to give a feeling, you know, a feeling. I'm aiming for a feeling of I mean, it sounds kind of cheesy, but a feeling of, you know, trying to connect with my spirit and trying to, you know, I guess it's a universal spirit in the end, maybe. I don't know if we're getting a little far out, a little California here, but, you know, so so maybe it's like, you know, kind of connecting with that source, you know, and hopefully hopefully it works, you know. That's the hope.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I know there's like scientific studies that have been done about how like patients in hospitals will recover, better when they have murals or paintings of nature in their room. So it's like these, yeah. So these visuals, I bet these would help patients too. I mean, and they help anyone who has them in their homes, I think, but.
That's wonderful. Yeah. I want to believe that it's going to do some good in the end, you know, but in the end, you just turn your hat around backwards and get back to work and keep painting.
Exactly. Okay, so my next question would be, what other mediums have you worked in, and what are the advantages of your chosen medium over the others?
Oh, well, I love to draw. Van Gogh said drawing is the root of everything, and I believe him. I usually have a nice little meditation time in the morning where I go over the lines of some of the great masters, you know, just I press harder when they press harder and go as slow as possible and just kind of get inside their hands and look at their virtuosity. So that's kind of the foundation, I think, of painting for me. I would love to do sculpture one day. I think I got a dream of maybe, you know, hanging out on the Greek islands and making sculptures. And I know this sounds a little crazy, but, you know, maybe, you know, if one day there's an intergalactic, museum out there, if the aliens come down or whatever, you know, maybe they're not going to find the paintings aren't going to make it, I don't think, but they might find one of my sculptures, and you know, so that's a dream, that's a hope. I
Awesome.
won't keep my fingers.
Yeah. And then how, how do you think that your artwork has changed over the course of your career?
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
Good, right? I mean, that's what I hope, that we can just get better every day. Yeah.
Absolutely, you can. You absolutely can.
Yes.
I believe that. Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
And then, my last question is, why murals? But you kind of touched on how you're doing less of that, right? Less commissions these days and more just your own thing.
Yeah. Well, I kind of just I would like to get, you know, to paint. I would love to do these super huge. This is a large one behind me, but I would love to do them just as big as possible, you know, and just get into it, and you know, but you can have a storage issue if you're not careful, you know.
What's the biggest one you've ever painted?
Biggest mural? Well, they generally, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, they were all residential pretty much. So floor to ceiling. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well, is there anything else you'd like to tell viewers before we stop the interview?
I guess nothing in particular, but have a great day, you know.
Yeah, and everyone be sure to check out his virtual exhibit on our website. All the works are for sale, and we have one in person at the gallery. So if you're local to Tallahassee, definitely come by and see his work. It's very awesome. Thank you for talking with us today, Austin.
Thank you so much for having me, Serena. It's been a pleasure, really.
Of course.